I'm on my way to pick up my next guest, but we're not going on a coffee run. Why? Because I'll find my next guest at Navajo Lake. Steve Holland is a lot of things. He's a well-known businessman in Gallup, New Mexico. He owns and operates Holland's Office Products, where he fixes computers, TVs, basically anything electrical. He's a great husband to his great wife, Patty. He's a father to brilliant kids. They're all adults now. He's a wakeboarder, a fisherman, a boat captain. The list goes on and on. The most important thing to me, though, is Steve is my friend. I've always kept my circle of friends pretty small, and Steve made the cut the very first time I talked to him. Maybe it's because he's an IT professional and I used to be one. Maybe it's because he's a business owner and I am too. Maybe it's because he's been everywhere and done everything, and so have I. It's probably because he's a completely genuine, intelligent, good-natured person who has found his wheelhouse in life. Steve and Patty have many passions. They pursue them all, and it's infectious. We don't have a specific topic to discuss today, but we never have a lack of things to talk about. We'll probably cover some of those passions. The road's gonna be bumpy, but the conversation will be fun and dynamic, just like Steve. Want to see how it goes? Come along for the ride in Ken's Think Tank. So we ready?
We're ready.
Let's do this.
I don't want to advertise for anybody that's not on the hook, TNT distributors in Gallup, Denny's, like Outback, and Freddy's, Del Taco, Chick-fil-A or whatever it is, Carnival Cruise Ships, Guy's Burger. I don't want to advertise for anybody that's not on the hook, I would plug Carnival Cruise Line. AJ Tires in Gallup, Torrico's. We went to Lowe's, Wagner, Marty Electrical, and AT&T Aircraft, Yagi Antenna with a Wilson. Direct TV, Verizon, all these plugs, and you're not getting paid.
Like 505 Motorsports?
Oh, like 505 Motorsports.
Where I got my truck?
You told me to stop by there the other day, and I was amazed at the vehicles inside. As a car collector,
those are pretty.
I was going, oh my God, I've got to have that.
There's people that just drop by just to chat and just to check out what's on the showroom again, because that's where all the hot rods is on the showroom, and not even intending to buy anything. They just drop in and see what's going on and see what kind of cool car Clay has found lately.
The deal is we were looking at new trucks, and at 505 Motorsports, they have some killer deals. Yeah, I was looking, and they had a lot of four-wheel drives.
Yep.
They had newer trucks, not old junky, hunky-dunky things. Really comfortable-looking trucks, like loaded inside. So they're classic cars inside. Does he sell those?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've got to get back up there. I've been looking for a '69 Super Sport Chevelle.
Chevelle, yeah.
Another passion of mine.
He's had several in there.
I had a yellow one.
Oh, really?
And it actually came from Farmington back in '79.
Oh, really?
When I bought my Chevelle. And I've had other cars and lots of other toys, and that Chevelle was my dream car. And I eventually want to go back to that.
I would love to have one.
If 505 Motorsports comes up with one, they need to give me a jingle. Because I'll come by it.
What are you passionate about?
My wife. What are you passionate about? I'm passionate about lots of things. By the way, I fix computers for a living, and televisions, and fax machines, and printers, and everything else under the sun. If it's an electronic device, we can usually repair it.
Yeah. We are trying not to shake that camera.
We just got back from a long quad ride. Which is another thing I'm kind of passionate about. I like taking my toys out and running them around.
So that's a passion right there. Every weekend you're driving your butt all the way up here.
That is probably the most passionate thing that I do. I love being up here. You guys that live here, you just don't realize how spoiled you are and what a beautiful community.
Yeah.
I live in Gallup. I have a business in Gallup. But I drive to Farmington every weekend, all summer long, to spend time with some of the finest people I think I've ever met in my whole life. And it's good.
Really good group of people.
It's a great group of people. So support your local Oaks Club. It's really different for us to do that. Our friends in Gallup think we're absolutely crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. But, I've got a boat. The biggest lake around Gallup with a boat is about 4 miles long. And it's got great fishing. Blue water, the bomb to go fishing in. Yeah, 40-pound muskies.
Oh,
don't tell anybody.
See, I want to do that.
Well, then let's go.
Yeah.
I've got a little 14-footer. We can go, and I've got a 20-horse on it.
Perfect.
And we can go fishing for muskies. So you'll have to come down.
Yes.
Like in October.
Okay, that'll
most
work.
of the time I'm here.
Yeah, I know. So am I.
My wife is in a really super high-stress job. Owning your own business in Gallup is a trick in its own.
Right.
I don't sleep much. I work all the time, and I'm never caught up.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of where our relationship is at fault, because you make it where I have to work so damn hard. And I don't like that very much, but I do like the influx of cash. In 1992, I worked with a gentleman that was one of the original laser beam guys.
Oh, sweet.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of this goofy old guy that smoked cigars, and he had a big old beard. He looked like Grizzly Adams.
Yeah.
And he would sit down and he'd go, well, if you're going to work with electricity, son, you got to learn about water. And I scratched my head for a little while, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, all of these components, and it was funny. He'd really talk like that. Are like a capacitor fills up with water and overflows at a specified level.
Like those old films.
and I learned more from, and he was in the military and literally on the laser design team.
Yeah.
I learned more from that man in the 5 years that I had the pleasure of working with him than all of the time that I spent in school on trying to learn electronics and how all this works. Yeah, he had such a simplified way of doing this. I got to tell this story.
Yes.
I have a boat, and we come and play on Navajo Lake all the time. And I stopped at San Juan Marine, and I'll say them because I just love them. They're the bomb. And so I walk in there, and I was talking with. Her name is Julie. She's just a crazy good employee. Always remembers everybody's name. From the very first time we were in there. And so she's like a dynamite salesperson on top of everything, and as a business owner, you look for people like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so we were talking about advertising, and somehow your name came up. And she goes, well, have you seen our new phone book? And she picks up the D word book, and on the front of it says, now in larger print. And I started laughing, and I go, yeah, because they don't have anybody advertising in there anymore.
Right.
And the people that advertise in there, I feel so sorry for them, because the D word people and the P word people and all of the other directory people will lie to you and tell you, oh, well, but we have an internet presence. When was the last time you were on, when you Googled a telephone number, that you got one of them? You get Mantra a lot because they're monstrous, and they thought of this 100 years ago because they were digital.
If a business is doing it right, I will get their Google My Business listing.
Exactly.
Is what I'll get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only medium that I will use anymore is digital marketing.
There's a place in town. I won't name them, but everyone knows them. Anyway, they spent years doing it themselves, building their audience on Facebook, and they're to a point. The last several years, they've been to a point to where they don't spend money. They literally post something on Facebook, and they've done it in exactly the right way, so that when they post something on Facebook, say they're having an event or something, they post it on Facebook, they sell out.
Yeah, and I can believe that.
Not $1 spent. That's how you're doing things right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well,
you invest the time and the effort, and if you don't know how to do it yourself, the money to get you to a place,
right,
to where you have equity that you can cash in at any time.
Where the guys that are putting their dollars into newspaper, media, print media, magazines. When was the last time you picked up a magazine?
Anything.
I had one in my hand today.
Did you?
It was Overton's, and it's all boating stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not really a magazine; it's more of a Sears and Roebuck
like a catalog
type thing. Yeah. But I haven't sat down with a magazine, even like when I go to the doctor's office,
right?
And you have a stack of Time Life next to you or whatever. I sit there on my phone and I'm either playing in Facebook or I'm looking up technical articles. You know, I've been up here 1,000 times, and every time I see that view, it's breathtaking.
It's the lake, everyone.
Well, it is
over there.
Yeah, and the marina, I guess, has been completely redone, or they're redoing.
I know. I want to go check it out.
Yeah, I haven't even got my boat out of storage yet. You know, it's still sitting down in its locker.
They were doing the drone videos, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Flowers. And it looked pretty cool. So, and I saw the computer animation that they put together of like what it was going to be.
Right.
You know,
it's pretty amazing.
And so I've been waiting to go and check it out. I don't normally go down to the marina. It's all about this side of the lake. You know.
Exactly.
But I want to go check it out and see. So that's something you guys do.
That's another passion of ours. Is Carnival. Yeah. You know, and we've actually cruised on some of the other cruise lines, and for us, Carnival is home. They're just a great line.
Cool.
The
and I don't know any different. So
the Caribbean is wonderful. Alaska is over the top. If you ever get the chance, to go cruising in Alaska, do that. That's
what I've been told. If you're going to do one cruise,
go to Alaska.
Yeah.
And that one's different. It's cold.
Sure.
And, you know, you got to wear a coat. Well,
I would love it.
Yeah, you would be perfect. For those of you that don't know, Ken is kind of like Mr. Arctic. He sits outside when it's 40 below, and he's good.
If it gets
we're all shivering and freezing.
Over 70 degrees, I cannot handle it. Oh.
Yeah. I made my mother cry the other day.
Why?
I don't know. I knew I wasn't going to be there for Mother's Day, and I asked my wife to pick out a card.
Okay.
And so the card basically says, thanks for always being there, Mom. You know, and in kind of a sappy Hallmark kind of way.
Sure.
And so I come Thursday. Was it Thursday? Thursday. I go to the flower shop, and it's convenient because it's right next door to my shop. And I go walking in, and I get this beautiful bouquet of flowers with yellow roses and daisies and all these different flowers in it. And I bundle it all up. I'm not even open yet. I throw it all in my car, and I go over to my mom's house, and I walk in and I hand her the flowers, and I say, Mom, I'm not going to be here on Sunday, but happy Mother's Day. And I gave her a big hug, and she was good. You know, she goes, do you want some orange juice and stuff? And I'm like, sure. And so she goes and pours me her traditional glass of orange juice.
Yeah.
She's like, I grew up in Wally Cleaver's house.
Yeah.
I swear. Dinner at 6, just perfect family.
Right.
And anyhow, she goes, oh, there's a card. She opens it up, and my mom is like the strongest person I've ever met in my entire life. This woman has never shed a tear in her damn life.
Really?
Yeah. And she's reading the card, and she's like 84, 85.
Yeah.
And she's not like, you would think she's like 60. You know, real energetic and, and upbeat and going. And anyhow, so she's sitting there and she's reading the card, and she's like... and I'm like, oh no, Mom, don't do this. And she starts crying, and I'm like, are you okay? And she goes, I just really love you. And that's the first time in like 20 years that my mother told me she loved me. And I'm like, got a little tear, and I go over and I give her a big hug, and I said, well, I hope you have a really happy Mother's Day.
She had her baby boy sitting at the table with a glass of orange juice that she just poured him, and reading a card with some flowers.
Oh, well, so I get out of there and I call Patty, and I'm like, honey, the card you got, too sappy. Next year, no sappy cards like that. And she starts laughing, you know. She's like, what's wrong? And I said, you made my mother cry.
She sprung a leak.
I actually don't think I could have ever become who I am without my mom. She was kind of my driving force. So she's another passion of mine. I just love her to death.
Yeah.
I'm some random guy Ken picked up on the streets in Albuquerque. So for all of you people that have ridden with Ken before, this is a very pleasurable ride. Usually it's 80 miles an hour, and the rider is like this. So this is actually kind of fun. I'm really enjoying just the ride, and chatting with you as always. Interesting to say the least.
Lord have mercy.
This may be the shakiest video you've ever.
It is. It's gonna be, yeah.
Okay, folks, we're on pavement. I'm going to be holding on now. Well, that would be us. We're definitely crazy and weird. We'll all be dark. You know, it's the bomb. It's fun. It was the bomb, but I gotta go saying that the bomb. I wonder where that came from. I'm gonna have to look that up. Have you noticed that since I said I wasn't going to say it's the bomb, I have not said it since.
You haven't?
I've really been trying hard. I've almost tried to say it 2 or 3 times.
Really?
And I keep catching myself. I don't know where that came from. If anybody out there in internet land can tell me where it's the bomb came from, probably some 1950s reference.
So weird yourself out. Like,
yeah.
Tell yourself that you're going to replace it with something like it's the cat's meow.
Oh no!
Which is just really strange, but that's gonna stick in your head, and you'll go, I'm not saying that.
It's the cat's meow. You know what? By next weekend, Ken, I'm going to be saying that. So this was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel like a celebrity because I got a ride and
you are a celebrity.
And be on
that's why you're on
Ken's
this
think
thing.
tank. Yeah. Very, very cool.
You are the cat's meow, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Meow.
Oh!